Hey everybody, sorry I'm a day late. I was at Comic-Con yesterday. Had a great time, it was outstanding. I have to tell you something. Also, nothing wrong with a Sunday morning with Angry Mac, drinking some Sunrise Grapefruit Hard Seltzer. So I'm going with the morning theme. So as I said, I went to Comic-Con, and Comic-Con is way ahead of the curve on diversity, equity, acceptance. There are people there dressed in outfits that you would never believe. Big people dressed in tiny outfits. And everybody wants to be near them. They're happy. There were transgenders. There were cross-dressers putting on shows with black, white, everything you could possibly imagine. You know what? No violence, no bad names. Everybody loved it. More pictures than you can imagine everywhere. We need to take a second and recognize the comic nerds, like myself, are very accepting. We don't care. We just want to be happy. You know, however, I did see something funny. There was a guy there taking pictures, and a woman comes over in a Harley Quinn costume, and she was a very large woman, cute, and she was with, I guess, a boyfriend or a male friend who was dressed in one of the other Suicide Squad outfits. And a guy, taps the girl on the shoulder, says, "Can I take a picture?" And she says, "Oh, the both of us?" He goes, "Oh, no, just you." Men, even at Comic-Cons, driven by boobs. Are you kidding me? And then at the Javits Center, I don't know if anybody's been there, but the urinals are like really close to the ground. Like really, really close. So I don't know if they're made for short people or men that are very well endowed. I'm just saying, I was very curious because they were that short. Then, getting on the train, why do I need the announcements to step over the gap? Who are these morons stepping into the gap? Let me see. There's a gap and I'm going to fall down. Let me step in or let me step over. Over is probably the better move. In and down, not so much. Now, I don't know if you guys heard this, but apparently there's new voter suppression. And this voter suppression is taking place in colleges near you. College students apparently can't get out to vote. They don't have cars, they can't figure out to get there, they can't drive. However, these same college students can get to the liquor store, the beer store, parties, they can figure out how to get that ride share. Apparently 2 different ride shares. I don't want to hear college students can't get out to vote. If you can get out and get your liquor, you can get out to vote. There is no suppression. Nobody's being liquor suppressed. Same thing with voter IDs, liquor IDs. No suppression for liquor. Nobody talks about that. Maybe that's an undercurrent in society. Liquor suppression. Unbelievable. Then we got Whispering Joe. You know, the guy always comes through in the clutch. He's on vacation again, just so you know. His job's very tough. Last week, he had to make some sacrifices on his $1 trillion bill to see if he can get it passed. So the first thing he cut was over $50 million to black colleges. Big supporter of black folk. First thing he cuts. Not the money to the illegals coming in. Don't want to upset those new voters, but the black colleges. It's unbelievable. Then he gets on stage and he says, listen, I think it was American Airlines. American Airlines just fired thousands of people, mostly minorities and women. So once again, friend of the minorities and women, loves the black folk. And he said, well, they were at 59% of vaccination. Now they're at 99%. Let's look at the bright side. So let's just add to the unemployment. Let's just take food off the people's tables because they chose not to get vaccinated. I prefer people get vaccinated, but your own choice. But Joe, you just add to the unemployment. That's your good sign? Now it's 99% because you fired half the workforce? Come on, Joe. Somebody got to wake this guy up. Give him a cup of coffee. Read off a teleprompter a little bit better. And why is Joe always sitting in a set that is the Rose Garden inside the White House when the Rose Garden is actually right outside? Does somebody not want him wandering around? Does he require too many handlers to hold him up? You know, weekend at Joe's, weekend at the White House. I don't know what's going on there. And then Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders went out and he said, we have 48 votes for this bill. The other 2 do not have the right to hold this up. Well, Bernie, somebody needs to tell you that there are 100 senators. So it's not 2, it's 52. And then do they have the right? They actually have the right. That is what the system is designed for. It's called democracy. Majority? I don't even think that's a filibuster rule. I think that's just majority, Bernie. Maybe you're starting to go also. You've been there for a long time. I don't even know, you may still have those mittens on. God only knows, because I didn't see it, I just read it. Just makes me crazy. And back to these people in Congress. Now, just a little fun fact. 1% of the American population happens to be millionaires or higher. 50% of the people you vote for in Congress are millionaires. 50%. They're the people telling you what to do with your money, your time, your life. Why they're not vaccinated, running around, unmasked at parties. Because they're just in the mood. You're really good at drink all this grapefruit this morning. So last night, I'm driving home. I forget where I was. And there's a local church about a mile down. And the church has a sign every day. You know, a good message. So yesterday's message was, God sees beyond your failures. Great message. But below that message, it said, go Jets. I thought it was hysterical. And then I was watching a show that somebody was having an uncomfortable, difficult conversation with God. I don't know about uncomfortable. Aren't they all difficult? Because you're really only talking to yourself, hoping that he's listening. I mean, he's got a lot of listening going on. He's probably got one of those old-fashioned operators plugging in when you listen. So I don't know about uncomfortable, but it was difficult. So uncomfortable talking to God. What are you talking about? Come on. So, oh my God. Racism. Back in action this week, some dummy came out and said racism, systematic racism is rooted in eating meat. White people alone eat meat. Black folk don't eat meat. Asian folk don't eat meat. Latino don't eat meat. Only white folk eat meat. Last time I checked, everybody eats meat. These are some of the dumbest things I've ever heard. So let's all get a salad and cure racism. Get a salad today. No meat though, just salad. Good cucumber solves everything. Then, schools in Minnesota are no longer giving the grade F to battle systematic racism. What's it going to be now? A Z? An X? A W? I mean, how does an F? Again, I say this all the time. Why are we lowering the bar and worrying about everybody's feelings? F just means fail. Anybody can fail. I've failed a zillion times. And I am about as white as you get. Just look at me. Sometimes a little pink when I drink out in the sun, but I have 2 shades. Pink, I'm 3, sorry. Pink, pale, and white. Those are my 3 shades, depending upon when you catch me. Dang, another one with the racism. We have some nurse comes out and she's on a talk show talking about the vaccine and why you should take the vaccine. And her logic is, we know the vaccine is safe. We know it's safe because it wasn't rolled out to black communities. It was given to white folks first. So that was her judgment for being safe. We gave it to the white folk first. Must be safe. So all you black folk who don't want to take it, we've already been experimented on. We are the Tuskegee Project. Can you imagine some nurse, some nuts saying this? It's beyond reality. Oh, we gave it to the white folk first. Must be safe. Just another version of systematic racism. Dang. Playboy. Now, I don't know if you know this. I read Playboy, and the articles really are great. I'm not just saying that. But there's no more full nudity in Playboy. It's just boobs. Stories are good. So now society has changed so much that we had a black gay male on the cover of the new Playboy in a bunny outfit. Why can't straight men just be straight? Can somebody ask me this? Well, why can't a straight man just be straight and enjoy a female body? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think I'm hurting anybody's feelings. I've said it many times. The female body is a beautiful, much more beautiful than a man. We look like Neanderthals. I've said that many times. Hugh Hefner must be spinning around in his grave. What's wrong with the day when we saw this old man with these 2 beautiful twins half naked and we're going, man, why can't I be you walking around in my bathrobe? Can you imagine that? Gay, black man in a bunny suit on Playboy. Where are we going in this world? It is now infected Playboy. I don't know. Now, go and talk about Playboy. So many people are single. And I know why so many people are single. Between your political beliefs separating, between your vaccine status separating, and just stupidity. Single people are at an all-time high. Nobody can agree anymore. That's really all it is. There's no agreement. Now, I go to take the squirrels to yoga the other day. It's the first time we've been there in, say, 2 months since the schedule's changed. And the woman said to the squirrels, says, "Oh my gosh, you got big." And one of them said, "Yeah, we're in 4th grade now." And she made a look, she goes, "Oh my gosh, how'd that happen?" The other one goes, "It's after 3rd. Just a matter of fact. Very funny stuff, man. Very funny stuff. Now, my latest study is a great one. Latest study. Men enjoy having sex and have better sex with mentally unstable women. That explains a lot. Aren't you all unstable then? I'm just saying. Wife's not here, so she doesn't hear me, but the instability is crazy. Now, maybe in lieu of being single, men just hang out at the psych ward and pick up chicks. I'm telling you, you go to the unstable psych ward, you're probably due for a good one. I'm just saying. I don't know what's ratcheting it up, but crazy is better than crazy when it comes to the bedroom, apparently. It was in a study. And who are they asking? Are they asking males or females? I'm not sure. And what is the level of instability? Is it batshit, or is it just like regular little unstable? Not really sure. Medication, or like the little suit that you gotta wear, the white suit? Not really sure. Now, I don't know if any of you have an Apple Watch, but my Apple Watch recognized drinking as an activity. Very happy. Although I was concerned because the same Apple Watch told me it was time to stand up when I was driving. So I don't know how accurate it really is. Oh my gosh. Oof. Just so everybody knows, if you're invited over to my house, it's an open policy. Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas, whenever you want to come over, I will not be checking your vaccination status. Come on over, man. Vaxxed, unvaxxed, whatever. Have a drink with Angry Mac. You just got to show up. I'll have plenty of booze. Now, for my weekly Mac advice. First one. I have been dating a terrific man for 5 years. I like the word terrific. It's different than wonderful. Terrific man, 5 years. And I'm thinking about moving in with him. We are in our mid-70s. But I don't want to rush it. Am I just being old-fashioned? Hey, sister, you're in your mid-70s. You've been dating for 5 years. I don't know how much longer you should wait. The clock is ticking, man. Mid-70s, so is that 75, 76? You planning on living to 1,000? Move in with the guy. Come on, give him a break. Are you being old-fashioned? Maybe you're being old-fashioned, but you're really just getting old and you're closer to the end than you are from the beginning. Move in with him. Such a silly question. Now, here's my last one. Very short. It's one question. One question. I'm actually asking for the person who wrote it, and myself, and probably every married man. Once again, my wife is not home, so I can ask this question. How do I get my wife to stop talking? I have no answer. Best possible solution is to leave the house. So she will still talk, but you will not be able to hear it. You cannot mention to her about her stopping talking. You cannot ask her to stop talking. That will most likely result in a vicious murder, or if you're lucky, she'll kill you in your sleep. So if anybody has an answer to that question, you can let me know, because I'd be happy. And we can let our viewers know. How do you stop your wife from talking? I don't know, man. It's like, what came first, the chicken and egg? I don't think there's an answer to that one. Now listen. Find somebody you love. Give them a hug. Tell them you love them, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. The most important words you can say to a person is, I love you. And then after that, it's don't be stupid. Still 3 words. Give them a hug. Tell them you love them. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. I'll see all you guys next week, and I'm almost done with this grapefruit. It's actually really good. Cheers.